The Employment and Labour Department as well as the KZN government are intending to turn the tide against joblessness. Leaders of the two offices, that's Minister Thulas Nxesi and Premier Nomusa Dube-Ncube, are currently embarking on a drive that they hope will create more than 700,000 job prospects across the country. SABC News reporter Jayed Paulse has more.
Well, we're coming to you live from the Durban Exhibition Centre, where about 5,000 learners will be benefiting from a skills development program. 49 exhibitors also will be showcasing work, and this is all at the backdrop of the high unemployment rate. And as a province as big as KwaZulu-Natal, very rural, these skills will be ploughed back into the province, into communities. But to talk to us more about the activation programs on the ground, I am joined by the Premier of the province, Nomusa Dube-Ncube. Thank you so much for joining us, Premier. Just talking and looking at a province like KZN, where we have a high volume of people that are unemployed, these skills activation programs really do assist. Talk to us about today's initiative.
Well, today's initiative really for us, it is a game changer. It is a groundbreaking initiative that is really aiming at injecting that speed with which we would like to see many people getting employment, but not just employment, but also access to entrepreneurship, access to market, access to small businesses, as well as other job opportunities that might be available through this activation program by the UIF and the Department of Labour that we are launching here today. But it also comes on the background of our own initiative as a province of Stesha Waya Waya, where we had launched it last year with an aim of ensuring that at least more than 500,000 people are employed in terms of sustainable jobs, full-time jobs, ensuring that every department fill vacancies that are there, but also working with other partners in collaborating, ensuring that all young people and people over the ages of 35 also have access to jobs.
Now, looking at some of the skills development, what exactly will be ploughed back into communities? We do know that learners will be also benefiting, as NGOs and businesses will be attending today.
Definitely. What you get here is a partnership where NGOs are going to be implementing this program. It is being implemented, but at the same time, there are going to be placements. Once people have been trained, they will be placed. And once they are placed, they will also be getting a stipend, which means there is going to also be an injection in terms of the economy. There's going to be an economic activity where people now with the stipend, they're going to be able to spend. But also from the government side of things, we are going to be ensuring that once they are trained, we give them the tools of trade, so that those that want to open their own small businesses, we have a youth fund, we have Operation Vula, we have other funding opportunities that will be made available to those who want to open their businesses to go out immediately and open those businesses and start trading. But also because we are aiming with this so that those that want to open their businesses, they can again employ more people to come into the mainstream of the economy and again go on creating more jobs.
I know that the government has also been trying to speak to learners and say to them that if they do not do well in some of the higher subjects like physics and accounting, they can become entrepreneurs. And we see this in Operation Fuze and Operation Vula that you speak to. Has there been some communication with some of the schools to say that, come join our programs, let's teach you some skills development, let's teach you consumer studies, let's put you into the arts and drama and so forth, because not everyone is skilled to be an accountant and so forth.
Definitely. We are working with the TVET colleges, we're working with other colleges, but we've also, as you're correctly saying, we're working with young people that are out of school as well, to say even those that are out of school, we have programs that do not even need you to have a matric. You can go and learn how to fly a drone, for instance. You can go and get into our program that we are doing with the agriculture department, where we have access now to the derelict farms that otherwise Itala, would have repossessed from the communities. So we're saying, Itala, instead of those farms getting derelict and they are there as an asset, give those farms to the communities that are neighboring there. Let's get these people trained, go and utilize those farms and get businesses going, and they can even buy those farms. So we are encouraging even those that do not have matric to say it's open for everyone, whether you want to bake, whether you want to be on construction, whether you want to drive, because part of this, you remember, Jay, that we gave 4,000 young people drivers, learners and driving capabilities. We have a first cohort that is going to be finishing their driving schools now. We want to take another 10,000 and the next chunk of people who want to learn to drive. We are even saying to those, if you want to apply for government to buy you a bus so that you can transport learners, come and apply through the youth fund. If you want to apply to buy a taxi to transport children to school, come and apply, because we are saying jobs are not going to come through big businesses coming to really invest, but small businesses, small entrepreneurs can create their own businesses that can re-employ. We see it in the township, we see it even in the rural areas. The economy is booming, but only if we can understand that it can recreate itself if we trade amongst ourselves, but also if we make sure that whatever trading that is happening is the money is circulating among ourselves. So that's what we are trying to do with this activation. We really want to maximize the activation. We want to maximize the money that government is plowing into this program, but not just only looking at what the UIF is doing, looking at what we are already doing on the ground and linking it with this and bringing even more partners to work with us so that we massify this employment that we want to see happening in our communities.
And Minister, for those that are sitting at home unemployed, where can they find some of the links to these activations should they want to apply?
Yes, we have a database in government. We have a lot of young people who have applied, who've registered in our database. So the Department of Labour is now utilizing that database. In fact, the first people that are going to be taken by the NGOs, they're going to be utilizing that database. And in that database, we even have what is so-called the unemployed graduates. And some of them are going to be taken for a 3-month course on technology as data analysts. Some of them wants to get to aviation, some of them wants to get to various fields. They will be taken through that so that they are reskilled and they can get to different sectors of the economy. And we are also looking at other databases that are available through the Unemployment Insurance Fund. Those databases are also going to be used, but we are also going to be going on an open drive. We have our youth fund as well as our youth bus. We have, as the province of KwaZulu-Natal, the office of the Premier, we have 12 cars that are called the youth department. They go all around the province. They are written youth. If you see those cars, they go every day. They register young people who want to open their businesses, who want to register in our database. Even if you want to know how to register a company, you can go into that bus. If you want to register for a bursary, or if you want to know how to register yourself, you can go to that bus, or you can even call our departments on a toll-free number to get that information. We are going to be going, MECs are going to be going into all the districts as MEC champions to relaunch this program, to get more information out. So information is going to be really available in all the districts, in all local municipalities, so that everyone can come out. There's going to be lots and lots of jobs. There's going to be lots and lots of entrepreneurs that we want to see standing up, doing things for themselves.
Thank you very much for talking to us on SABC News. Premier of the province, Nomusa Dube-Ncube, just touching on unemployment in the province, but saying that plans are afoot to combat this, talking about a bus that's going to be going into the community. So if you're sitting at home, make sure that you look out for this youth bus that's going to have a lot of opportunities. You can fill in your details and you can find something that is fitting your job description, but also talking about today's event. It is a joint collaboration between the UIF as well as the Labour Department and the government government here, provincial government of KwaZulu-Natal, just tackling unemployment. 5,000 learners will be attending today's session. They will be interacting with NGOs, and also a lot of businesses will also be jumping on board as 49 activation programs will be launched in the province today.